Hi, so this is my new channel of my plein air painting adventures. I'm not going on any yet because it is in the middle of winter and I'm not entirely equipped yet for winter, but next year I will definitely be doing some winter plein air painting. This spring I plan on going and doing a lot more plein air painting that's not just a walk away from my house. So somewhere where I have to get a car ride to and, you know, take my big bag with me. And I am going to show you that bag in this video. So without further ado, I'm going to show you that bag. So this is my plein air painting travel bag. And then behind it is my travel tripod for my palette painter plein air painting box that I am taking with me on my trips. Yes, unfortunately, it is separate until I figure out a way to attach it to my bag here. So I'm going to show you everything that is inside it. First, Kitty wants to say hello. Okay, guys, so when you first open, this is what you see. This is an example of when I'm on the actual painting adventure. I will have a snack, and it will more than likely be some kind of trail mix with nuts and dried fruits. So I have a hat here that's holding my little palette that is wrapped in a leather case that I made. And I will show you what that looks like with the tripod. Alright, so I've had to kind of Frankenstein two different types of screws together to get this to work on this tripod. So this is the tripod not fully extended, and this is the little plein air painting box that I have. And I do have some slabs here, some painting surfaces here. And I do have that little piece of paper, and then as well as a small one will sit right here. So this is how the setup is going to look. So obviously you saw that I don't really have the screw attached very well. That was just showing you what it will look like once I do finally have it attached. This is the palette here. This is the palette, and this is the little 4x6 painting surface that I will use. And then I have these little squares here that are cut out of plexiglass. I have a clear one, and then I have a gray one. And this is what the gray one looks like inside the palette. And then this is what it looks like with the clear one inside of the palette. So, you know, I can interchange between depending on if I want to have a gray background for color value mixing or a brown background for depending on the type of weather that day has. So they both sit in there like that. And I do have a already gray painted canvas too, so that can also sit in there. But I will be doing a lot of the plein air paintings on this 4x6 here. And yeah, once I get everything completely properly attached to each other, I might have to attach this with resin, because I did just try E6000 and then B6000. Neither of those worked. So I think the next thing is resin. And then of course my hat that was holding the little palette is what I'm going to wear to protect my eyes or whatever, like if it's too sunny. I know I could just wear sunglasses, but I mean, I'm out there painting, so I kind of need to see. So next, inside of my backpack, I have this little wooden box that carries tubes of paint and a little tiny sketchbook. I have tubes of paint here that I have filled with paint that I already had instead of just buying this size tubes. Unfortunately, the brand I'm not going to share because this brand does not make these size tubes. So I do not want any misinformation about the brand. It is a brand that I only paint with and love, and those who know my other channel probably already know the brand. However, I do not want to share it because, yeah, copyright. Anyway, I have a bunch of these little tubes filled with my favorite colors from the brand, and yeah, I am very excited that I thought of this idea to buy these little tubes here to fill with my favorite painting colors to use out in the open air. So this is what the bag is looking like now with everything out. And this is what those two things look like right now as well. The box of paint and then my pleinair box inside my little hat. So, and then of course my snacks and the pellets there. So, next up, I will always have water. I will always have water with me. And then I have a brush roll. I will show you what's inside. Alright, so these are my brushes that I will have on the trail. Not just brushes, I have a pencil, and then I have a white charcoal pencil. So this is my pencil here. It is one of these types of pencils, which I love because if I just want to do some sketching, I will have an actual sketchbook with me. Yeah. There is that pencil there, which I got from Walmart. And then just an array of brushes that I personally like to use in the studio that I'm going to try out in the field, see if I like it in the field as well. So just some different varieties of flatheads, round heads, you know, the basics. A fan brush for greenery. So, because that's what I like to do. I also have a palette knife too, but it is not in this roll here. I will show you where that's at. Lastly, what is inside my bag here is my chair. This is my seat. It is pink. I wanted the little cushion with it to be pink, but unfortunately, all the options they had was stars. So I'm probably going to put fabric over this to hide the stars to match the pink seat. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's open. So this is what it looks like opened, and it is quite tall, and I have used it a little bit to get comfortable with it, to get familiar with it. So it's a seat, you know. I may end up opting to take this out, but I want to be able to just sit wherever I want to do a painting. So if I end up wanting to just take this out, I will, and that'll save on a lot of weight and room in my pack. But with that out, that is the last thing that was in the pack. I do have some things in here. I have my little extra water cup. And then I have an Altoids tin that has charcoal. So I'll show you. It is willow charcoal, because when I'm sketching for a painting, I prefer to use willow charcoal because it disappears pretty well. So it'll get blended into the paint. So, but yeah, there's that. And there's now nothing else in the main pocket here.